Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
I almost said howdy, but I didn't. Live from the Sugar Shack in Texas, USA. It's the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Coming up, Richard Tomlin with my Corvette clutch work. Mars drives the Mercedes-Benz EQS 580, and he's got stories to tell. We'll also have the events calendar and the stories making automotive news headlines this morning. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong wearing the same shirt that they are, but not the exact same one. We all just have the same type of shirt on.
In honor of Lupe
Tortilla, because we're supposed to be at Lupe Tortilla this morning.
Made a wrong turn.
I made a wrong turn. It was all about the rain chances, and according to you...
And we don't shower together.
What does that have to do with...
Because if we'd have been at Lupe Tortillas, we'd all been showering together.
We would have been with the big thunderstorms that rolled through here a couple of hours ago. But at any rate, there was no tailpipes and tacos this morning because of the rain threat. And if it didn't threaten you, it actually rained on you like it rained on you this morning.
It rained on me, almost like Harvey-level rain there for a few minutes.
Yeah. Well, we got a lot of lightning here and a lot of thunder, but we didn't get a whole lot of rain, just a few drops because that thunderstorm came right up next to us and then kind of faded away.
Well, and that was their prediction, too, that by 6:30 it would all be gone. And it was about 6:30 it was all gone. The roads are wet. It is, some ponding and flooding in the lower streets. But not conducive to a car show.
Yeah, people aren't going to take their fun car out.
And we've learned through the years about doing cruise-ins that if there is a slight chance of rain,
there'll be some chance of nobody showing up.
Yeah, and so because it's going to be a very special event with God's Garage being involved in it, we decided that, no, let's not just do that. Stan and I were chatting yesterday, and he talked to Brad Thompson at God's Garage and said...
And it'll get rescheduled, and we'll let everybody know when.
Yeah. And that's still going to be fun.
Anyway, we have with us right this very instant from Apex Auto Works, it's, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Richard Tomlin. Richard, good morning. Where are you?
Good morning. Good morning. We just came through Augusta, Georgia. We just entered South Carolina. On our way to Charleston.
Oh, so you're still on the road?
Oh yeah. So we dropped the vehicle off at 5 today for the closing. This is the final feature for the Charleston Art Festival. It goes on for 30 days, but the final expo is the reveal for them of the Laura Ashley Jeep.
So are you wearing your Laura Ashley clothes?
Well, of course, but that's between you and I.
No, that's
special patterns you like so much.
The Paisleys.
All the Paisleys, all the floral print.
Yeah.
But yeah, so pretty excited. This is, we debuted it at SEMA. It was amazing. But this is a mimosa, bottomless mimosa, crumpets and tea style event. Nothing you normally catch Richard at. But they've sold 200 tickets for this thing. It's a sellout.
Oh, wow.
So it's should be very exciting. And then turn around, come back home, get ready for Chihuahua. We head off to Chihuahua in 2 weeks. At the same time, the Jeep will be on display in College Station at the, can't remember the name of the hotel. But there's a hotel. I'll get you a link to that, Conrad. You can throw that up.
Okay.
But it'll be as close to home as we'll get it is in Conroe, or as in College Station. And then we move on to Keels and Wheels, which you guys are supposed to be there too, right?
No,
not this year.
Yeah, not this year. We've got another commitment that weekend. Didn't work out with Keels and Wheels.
So I'll be there representing then. How about that?
That'd be just great. So I have to ask you, I assume that is the Laura Ashley Jeep behind you.
Correct.
And it's on an open trailer.
Yep, because I get to wash it and detail it when I get there. But I got Paul to help, so it's not all just me.
Okay.
And you were talking about rain there in Houston. We had probable flooding last night, so we ended up actually stopping short last night because of possible flooding for the storm coming up the coast. But as you can see now, absolutely clear blue skies, trees everywhere, lots of oxygen, and everything's green. So I like it.
I need lots of oxygen all the time. Yeah, lots of oxygen. Well, it's good to talk to you. So, did you drive all this way? See, for whatever
No, he
reason,
walked down.
I thought that you were on
Put
an
an
airplane
airplane, yeah.
to the Carolinas, but nay.
No. We discussed driving the Jeep out here.
Driving it.
Yeah, but the event party wasn't too excited about that because it's not been on a road test over 100 miles yet, and it's 1,200 miles one way. And they just said, we'd just rather pay you to trailer it out there. I was like, okay, so we'll trailer it. But no AC, no heat was my only fear.
And
Everything else is ready.
And it's LS powered, correct?
It's LS 2017 5.3 liter. So it's actually a Gen 5. They call it LT1. But a 10-speed transmission in it. I mean, it's good. It's fun, and it works, and it's basic. I mean,
And
I say basic.
will the Laura Ashley people be driving it much, or just on and off their truck as they take it to different
I don't know
events?
if they're going to drive it at all because where they have us setting it up, I mean, they put out these little, I've seen pictures of it. They set out these little tiles. We have to drive in and park on those tiles exactly. So we'll get there. We'll get it parked, and we'll make everybody happy, let them see it. Lots of displays and floral patterns going around it, as you can imagine. The back of the Jeep is completely full of floral arrangements and dresses and garments.
Cool.
Conrad.
Do they
right.
Do they have my size?
What
Well,
size
I mean,
is that?
According,
Omar,
right?
the
I
tent
mean,
maker.
we like it a little tight, right?
Yeah.
How's that, Conrad?
No,
Finally,
we're
something's
good.
coming back at you.
Yeah, we're good.
And the Corvette's amazing, Don. Give me a little detail on that.
So,
It's good.
to do a little background, the Corvette clutch was giving me some issues, and so I thought, okay, well, Richard had volunteered to take on the challenge of finding out what was wrong with the clutch.
Sucker.
And he says, just buy the kit. And he told me what kit to buy and the company to buy it from, and I did that and had it shipped directly to him. The kit was $1,000, and I think it had everything that you needed in it to change
Everything
the
in
clutch.
it, one turn, one key.
Yeah.
So it's a TIC performance kit, but for Conrad, it's the LS7 clutch.
Okay.
Fitted for the C5, and new master, new slave, new hard lines, new throw out. Put it all together, shim it appropriately, and fire it up and go run down the road.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, Richard forewarned me. He says, now, look, you're going to kill the engine right away. I said, why is that? He says, because that clutch works so well. I thought, okay, well, I'm not going to try to...
Immediately comes on. Immediately.
Yeah, immediately. Well, it's not that sensitive any longer.
Good.
Burned it up.
They wore it down.
No, I didn't do any of the above, but, just light throttle, just a little bit of clutch, and away she goes. And over the past week that I've had it, it's actually come in now, and it's doing a lot better, and it's much easier, and it doesn't want to just go nuts as soon as you engage the clutch.
I keep teasing Don that his left leg's going to look like Popeye's arm because, I know.
I'm just glad to hear you're actually driving the car again. At 37,000 miles, it needs to be driven a little bit more.
Actually, it's
Yeah.
only got 31,000 miles on it.
31. Sorry.
Yeah.
37 is the race car that we've got, a C5 race car with 37,000 miles on it.
Yeah.
And it's all track miles. So it looks identical to yours, just has a roll cage.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Well-
cool stuff.
Well, that's next for Don's
No,
cars.
no,
Just put a cage
we're
in it.
not doing any cages in the car, none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Richard doesn't like my Hurst shifter. And tell everybody why you don't like it.
So I'm a tall guy, right? So my arms are like gorillas. But when I sit in the car, this shifter, the Hurst shifter, well, first, to me, it's a Plymouth product. It's not a Chevrolet product first. But second thing on the Hurst shifter is it leans forward. So I'm actually leaning forward off the seat to reach up and grab the shifter when it's in first, third, and fifth. It just feels really odd. And when you try to go to fifth gear or even going to reverse, you've got to put a pretty heavy commitment on leaning forward to get that shifter over far enough.
But Richard, I understand what you're saying, and I was thinking you were going to say that because of your height and your build, that you couldn't come back into second because of the armrests and things like that. Because I've run into that in some cars to where
No,
you got to
it's
lift
the
your
going
elbow
forward.
up.
Yeah, it's going forward.
Yeah.
It's very odd. It's just the angle of the shifter. It feels so much better with a shift knob on it or the traditional just shifter in the Corvette. It just makes more sense to me, but it's not my car. I don't
No,
have
it's
to drive
not. No, it's not. And I like my shifter. And Jeff and I put that shifter in 3 times to get it
Yeah.
right, and it ain't coming out.
It takes time to get that stuff right, and
Yeah.
yours does work appropriately. It's just the ergonomics of it. I'm an ergonomics freak when it comes to cars that I drive and try to spend a lot of time in. I like them to fit and work the way I like it.
Well,
So,
the way that the Hearst company designed that shifter for that car is the fact that it's about the wrist angle.
okay.
So
all about the wrist.
So
it's all about the
it's
wrist.
limp-wristed.
It's limp wristed, yeah. So that's why the handle is actually canted forward when it's in first, third, and fifth.
Oh, see, and I thought
Yeah.
you put it in backwards, and it should have canted backwards.
Well, that was the first 2 times.
Yeah.
The first 2 times it was backwards.
Shut
Well,
up.
a shout out to those of you that are going to be at Keels and Wheels. Please stop by Hands On Driving Academy. We're trying to raise funds for 2 of our students to actually be at the runoffs this year, which are national finals in the B-Spec cars. These are disabled veterans lost the use of their legs. We've created hand control cars that we can actually race and be competitive nationally. So just looking, we'll have Dylan out there with it, myself, and we'll have the Honda Fit blue one that's just most recently completed.
And what's the
Keels-
website?
handsondrivingacademy.com.
Very good.
So I wanted to tell you that I've got to bring the Corvette back to Jerry again, or you if you're there. When are you coming
Yeah.
back, by the way?
All going well, I'll be back Monday night.
Oh, my. Well, I'm not going to hit you up that hard right after you get back.
Be there
but
Tuesday.
the brake indicator light on the dashboard doesn't work when I pull the brake up. I think it's just an adjustment underneath there somewhere.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. It's got to be another sensor that's not touching or something.
I don't know.
So
But I know
We'll get it.
I know that the light bulb works on the dash because it lights up when you start the motor. So at any rate, I know that
Yeah.
you will. I know that you'll get it. But
did you by chance get the button? We put your fuel button back together too. The fuel release.
yeah,
You get one of those, bring it. I can put that in at the same time.
it seems to work just fine. I filled it
Okay.
up. I filled it up this week. Yeah.
All right.
It was sketchy in the beginning, though.
So
I'm going to head down the road. You guys enjoy the rest of the show, and we'll talk to y'all next week.
Be
Richard,
safe. Thanks, Richard.
thanks so much, man. Talk to you soon.
Have fun.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
He never stops. You know, he just never stops.
He's a
He
man
doesn't.
in motion.
Hey, it is, and he's got cars out the wazoo down there at Apex Auto Works that he's got in line to get in there.
Different levels of
Yeah.
completion.
And Jerry yesterday was working on some bad to the bone Porsche.
So the cars that are lined up, they're not necessarily race cars; they're customer cars.
Oh, yes. And they're all different kinds and versions. As a matter of fact, I should have asked him.
Guys like you going in for
Yeah.
a adjustment or
But
tune-up
he
or something.
manages a number of customer race cars as well.
Yeah.
So
He's got a lot.
They're,
He's got a lot of irons in the fire. I will say that. He had a truck in there yesterday, and I wanted to say it was a 2017 Chevy, and it didn't look lowered unless you stood right next to it. And I didn't hear it run, but I was told that it's really, really loud and
Wow.
really, really fast. But it
Sort of like a track
It's-
truck.
yes, but it doesn't look like anything that's out of the ordinary.
Sleeper.
It's a sleeper. And I love that look. I love
do
the
too.
sleeper look.
Well, we talked about those cars going through. Well, you had Meekum yesterday, and you also had Barrett Jackson's running simultaneously on TV on whatever shows they were on. But they had some of the older Fords and older Chevys, 60s, mid 60s, where they had the dog dish hubcaps, covers, and just a plain Jane paint job.
poverty caps is what they're called.
Yeah, that too.
Poverty caps. I like that.
But the car looked stock. It looked like mom's car, but it was a bat out of hell. Is what it
Tubbed
was.
out with an LS.
Well, not necessarily tub, but they had all factory tires on it and things, the thin ones. But they're just gorgeous cars.
Yeah. That's my cup of tea. I've
Yeah.
always liked the sleeper look.
Mm-hmm.
Not too wild, just underneath the hood is something special.
Yep.
Special ed, as you were. Something
Short
like that.
bus.
Short bus, yes.
No, they didn't have any buses. No
buses?
No.
Huh.
The only bus I know is Craig's, and that's a cool bus. They're too cool for school.
Too cool for school bus. Yeah.
Craig, if you're listening.
And by the way, just to let
Probably
you know,
too early in the morning for Craig.
Yeah.
I talked to Craig this week.
It's
He
too early for
called
us.
me, and he has purchased a Lamborghini.
Did he really?
Who did? Craig. Oh. He's purchased. I said, have you driven it yet? No, I haven't driven it yet.
You get the Gallardo?
I don't. It's an older one. It's like 2017.
Is he going to flip it or keep it?
No, he's going to keep it.
Wow.
He traded his wife's black C8 Corvette. You know, he's got a Z06, and he's got several other cars.
He's got the Ford. He's got the Ford
GT.
GT.
Yeah, the GT.
His daughter's got a new Porsche.
Yeah, but I will tell you that he's bought a Lamborghini. I said, I have this feeling that you're not going to be able to work on that car. Oh, no, man, I'm not working on that thing. No, not a chance.
$10,000 oil changes. Oh, man.
Exactly. He's bought a Lamborghini. I can't wait to see it. It's silver. A silver Lamborghini. Now, when you think of Lamborghinis, what color do you think of?
Bright yellow.
Yep. Bright yellow. It's kind of like Ferrari red, but Lamborghinis, to me, bright yellow.
Well, did he get the bug when we had our guest on last week with the
Lamborghini book?
Yeah. He might have got the bug when listening to the show.
I don't know. Maybe so.
Yeah.
But at any rate, I thought that was
and if
pretty
anybody's interested, I did post a link to handsondrivingacademy.org, Richard.
Uh-oh.
Not .com, .org. And if they're interested in donating and helping these veterans make their way to the SCCA runoffs, there's a link there for
I'm
it.
confused with all the floral patterns he's been working on.
Laura Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
Conrad's got a dress. He's wanting
I'm
to
not
wear
going
it.
there.
He's wanting to wear it.
That's nice. That
By the
Conrad
way,
is.
speaking of that, I just
Yeah, but
had,
that's just between me and my jeans.
Oh. No, that
Remember
was
those commercials?
That was
Yes.
what's her name?
Brooke Shields.
That's it. Yeah.
What's
The
her name?
underage Brooke
so
Shields.
have you gone out and bought any Bud Light this week?
Nope.
Apparently neither is anybody else.
They said their stock was down $5 billion.
$6 billion. At last count, it was down $6 billion.
That's what I heard this morning.
And
it was
the-
up to $6 billion down.
$6 billion down.
Go woke, go broke.
And so the interesting thing is that finally, after an entire week of mayhem at Anheuser-Busch over this thing, that the CEO sent out a statement that says
I know
absolutely nothing.
I know nothing. It was some low-level marketing person. Well, low-life marketing person, more like it. And if they haven't been fired, you should be.
Yeah, that was not a. I don't think that was a smart move, but I guess it's yet to be seen. But can you imagine having a ginormous billion-trillion-dollar company and lose $6 billion over a marketing hiccup?
Well, what do they say?
You don't tell the majority of your consumer your product that we don't want to sell it to you anymore. We want to sell it to somebody else.
To be successful.
And apparently they heard them.
Exactly.
And to be successful, you have to surround yourself with successful people, and obviously they didn't.
All right. We need to move on. Conrad has the events calendar, I hope. And while you're getting that out there, I have to tell you that this is the last day for Mecum Auction. Don't forget, hours today. Doors open at 8 o'clock. Road Art sale starts at 9:30. Collector cars at 10 o'clock. NRG Center. Head on out to Mecum Auctions today if you're interested in looking at some really cool cars. And usually on the last day, they have some interesting cars.
And you can get some good deals.
Don't forget, if you buy your tickets online before you go out there and you use the discount code that we got from Mecum for Mecum Wheels 10, you can get a $10 off your ticket price.
Wow. Very good.
Say that one more time.
So it's $30 at the door. If you go online and use a code that's only available that they gave us to hand out, Mecum Wheels 10 gets you $10 off if you buy your ticket online before you go.
So we can save you money. Because
Save
of
you
our
money.
Save you money.
We really will save you money today.
Today.
They had 39 Corvettes roll through yesterday from one collection, and the older ones, I told you last night at dinner, the 60s and early 70s were going in the 100 six-figure range. When you get to the 80s and 90s, they were like 40, 30. So the newer you got, the less they were.
Time now for the events calendar, Conrad.
So tonight is Nifty 50s, and kind of Randy's kind of changing it up now. It's 3 p.m. till 10 p.m.
Oh.
At 2250 Buckthorn Place, which is right there behind the Whataburger.
3 to 10.
Yeah, so a 7-hour event.
Wow. Okay.
That's big. That's longer than a gig we play.
Also, 3 to 6 p.m. Tonight is the Clutch Bar Meet at 5334 Washington Avenue.
Clutch Bar.
Clutch Bar.
Okay.
I've heard of it.
And then Wheels and Wine at Bordeaux Vino Wine Bar off of Research Forest Boulevard.
Now, are these cruise-ins or are these events?
These are cruise-ins.
Okay, this is supposed to be the events calendar.
Turn a page.
It's fine. Turn this over.
Speaking while he's doing that, the art car parade's today.
Yeah.
We should have an art car entry, Mike.
I think we should. Mike, you don't have enough to do, so we're charging you with the art car for next year.
We'll get some of our vendors.
Yeah, you don't have any kind of microphone on or anything.
We'll get
You
some of
just
our
stay over
sponsors
there
to donate a car. We'll fix it up. We'll get, Brad and all them. Just help us.
Okay, you want to try again, Connor?
Sure. April 12th is the Texas Pony Party at the Commemorative Air Force Central Texas Wing. The National Mustang Day is April 17th at the Moonstruck Drive-In at 100 Bringhurst in Houston. Lone Star Convention 40 is hosted by the Central Texas Classic Chevy Club, and that's at the Embassy Suites in San Marcos. That's April 14th through the 16th. And then Saturday, April 22nd, thanks, Don, is Mustang Day Wildflower Cruise at the Buc-ee's in Waller. I think the wildflowers are somewhat gone by then, but it'd still be a fun cruise. And Don is jacking with my mic.
Well, because your microphone's hanging down off of your face and I can't get to...
Or miking with my jack. I haven't figured out which.
Whatever the case may be. All right, time now for this hour's car review. Mr. Mars has the Mercedes-Benz EQS 580, and apparently there's a story with it.
I have.
Oh, wait just a minute. Huh?
Turn me back on here when I'm talking about this Mercedes-Benz. This is the 2023 Mercedes-Benz. This is the second year for the EQS 580 4MATIC SUV. Now this is
that's the EQS.
Full EV.
Full-blown EV. And it's got some things. Now it's a very good-looking car, I believe.
Things.
Now they call it an SUV, but it's more like a CUV. Obviously, it's large. It's got the optional third row in this particular vehicle. Now, when I say it's large size, the wheelbase is actually 10 inches longer than the Model X Tesla.
Whoa!
So it's the biggest full EV that I could find. There's really nothing else there. We'll get to that in a few minutes, but it's a real sharp-looking car, I think. I like this SUV, CUV styling on it. Of course, it's got the digital LED lighting all the way around with adaptive headlights. It's got the power folding side mirrors. This sunroof tilts and slides back, and you got to be careful. You push it, and all of a sudden it comes open. This thing, it rolls on some 21-inch AMG wheels. And it's got some seamless door handles. The side of the car is smooth till you get up to it. Either you push the key fob or you get close enough, it activates, and the door handle extends out. Some cars you walk up, you touch the door handle, and it unlocks. No, you got to wait for this to extend out, and then you can touch it. And it's really kind of cool, but don't do it in the rain because it's a little slow getting out there. Push the button before you get to it.
Oh, it is Neaterville.
Yes, true.
Everything's slow in Neaterville.
So when you get to the inside of it, it's got real leather seating surfaces on it. The front seats are massaging. They're power. They got rapid heat front seats. So when you tell it to heat up, it does it quick. The second row is also power adjustable and heated. And there's wireless charging back there. There's an armrest for the seats, and it has the optional third row seat, which I think is really great that they made that third row an option because it's really... You're not going to put anything back there but kids. I mean, that's all you're going to do. So I think it's great that they did that because if you don't want them, then great. Now, it's got a heads-up display on it, and it's got what they call the hyper screen across the dash. Now, this goes all the way across the dash. I'm talking 56 inches of screen that goes across this thing from the driver to the center stack screen into the passenger screen. And so the passenger can literally do radio controls, air conditioning, and everything, so that it doesn't have to get involved in the center stack. So
and
you can
quadra vision,
and they can move stuff back and forth. I mean, and there's no buttons. No, I take that back. There's no knobs. There are buttons. There's a couple of buttons, like the emergency flasher buttons, that when you lay your arm on the armrest, it happens to fall on top of that. And you set off the flashers going down the road. But other than that, It's
the
all
voice of experience.
Yeah, all touch screens, and it's really there's a lot of stuff in there, and you got to kind of work through some of it.
Is there a Mercedes-Benz dealership in Neaterville?
There is, and I'll get to that. Beaumont. So it's got the parking assist surround view so that you can see all the way around the car when you go to park for it. Wireless headphones, got the Burmeister surround sound audio system in it, and it's got a lot of storage places in the door panels, little cubby holes, the consoles, and behind the third row seat. So there's a lot of technology in this car. I mean, you're going to have to work through it to get used to driving this car. There's a lot of technology in this thing. But you get up under the hood, which it doesn't have a hood, which is another interesting thing. There's dual electric motors powers this.
Wait a minute. You get up under the hood, and there is no hood.
There is no hood. So there's you go to the front of the car.
You got to go to Beaumont to get to
where
the hood.
where the hood is. You know, some of them they call them frunks. You know, like on some of them call frunks because you can put storage in there.
Because this is all electric.
This has got a hood on it, but you're not allowed in it as the owner. You can't get in it. And it says, we went to the owner's manual. How do I get the hood open? It says not to be open unless you're a certified Mercedes-Benz technician.
You know, I'm sure that Mercedes-Benz is going to love this review.
Then we went out on the internet and we found a hack on how to get into it. But we didn't do it because once we saw the pictures, it's nothing. It's motors and stuff. There's no place to put anything.
But
it was interesting that you couldn't get into it.
You have 30 seconds left in this review.
Okay, so it comes up with 536 horsepower equivalent, 653 pound-feet. It's got regenerative braking on the paddle shifter. So if you downshift on the paddle shifter, it increases the regenerative braking, and you can literally stop yourself using that. Now, the EQS 580 has a 285-mile range on it. We didn't try to push it that far, and we ended up going over to the Mercedes-Benz dealer in Beaumont to charge it for the press fleet to come and pick it up because it was 27 hours to charge it on the Home 110 thing. So we went there, we hooked it up to the level 1 that the car said, here's where it is, and it was kind of slow there. And I heard a salesman explain to somebody that was looking at another EQS about the level 3 charger that they had. So anyway, I couldn't get the level 3 to work, so I left it on the level 1. And that's another story altogether. This car comes with standard air suspension with adaptive dampening system, so it's a very smooth, luxurious type ride without being floaty. It does have an off-road setting. It'll go off-road a little bit.
Oh, my God.
Not much. It's got only 9 inches of clearance, but it'll get you a little bit. And interestingly, I didn't find out until I was doing the review, the notes, it has an external sound generator, so I didn't get to try that. Now, this is a large vehicle. It's actually 10 inches bigger than the Tesla X, 10 inches longer. The Tesla X starts at $94,990. The Plaid starts at $104.
I'm going to be at work Monday.
This is bigger, so I didn't really find anything to compare it to. So the base model for this car is $125,950 at $20,940 worth options. Price is MSRP $146,890.
Want to remind everybody that the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and InWheelTime.com. We continue with this show on and on and on.
I got more.
Everyone at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise In at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex in Katy, thank you for participating in the best cruise in around and look forward to seeing you again. You'll hear about the next cruise in date right here on In-Wheel Time. Next time you're in the West Houston Energy Corridor area, be sure and stop in at the original Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex at I-10 and Highway 6 or the Katy location on the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard. When passing through Beaumont or College Station, stop in and have Lupi's award-winning beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. There's always a celebration at Lupi Tortilla. Lupi Tortilla founder Stan Holt and his wife Sheila are winning racers on the NHRA drag racing circuit and have a collection of hot rods and classics that everyone appreciates. Look for them at the next Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In. The date will be announced soon and will once again be held at the Lupi Tortilla Tex-Mex on 99 and Kingsland Boulevard, just south of I-10 and Katy. We'll give you all the details right here on the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show and online. Donations benefit God's Garage. We'll see you then.
Mecum Auctions, the world's largest collector car auction company, returns to Houston, April 13th through 15th at NRG Center. featuring 2,000 muscle cars, Corvettes, exotics, customs, and more. Broadcast live on Motor Trend TV and Motor Trend Plus. From avid collectors to those new to the Mecum experience, we welcome everyone. Register to bid now at mecum.com.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.